Hi guys, this video today is going to be a favorites video. It's not like a thing is the Morphe palette 3502 or 02. Basically the Second Nature eyeshadow palette. I love it. It's just full. I don't have it with me because my younger sister has it, but I still wanted to talk about it since it is one of my favorites. I really like it. It's full of like nice warm neutral colors, which is basically what I love and what I typically wear. I'm not like going out and wearing like some crazy color eyeshadow. Like that's just not who I am. That's not how I do makeup. I'm really simple. I'm really basic. Typically most days I'm not even wearing makeup. So I really like that. Another thing I also don't have, my excuse for this one that I don't physically have, is I just got a sample of it, and it is the NARS foundation. I don't really wear foundation that much, and I've always kind of struggled with foundation and finding the right foundation for me because my skin and my skin on my chest and stuff is a lot lighter than the skin, or my shade, I guess, is a lot lighter on like my body than it is on my face. My face is a lot darker. My face has always been like a struggle because like I would get matched to just my face. So like if I went into a store or a makeup line, they would just match the foundation to my face and not take in consideration that my face is a lot darker than the rest of my body, and so it just looked bad. I found a shade by NARS through a sample that matches me perfectly, and I just more so matched it to kind of blend more into what my body skin tone is. I definitely am going to very soon purchase the full size of that because it is really nice, and honestly it doesn't feel like super like cakey or like it's like too much. I think, you know, that it definitely feels like it's more of like a buildable kind of foundation. So really like that. I'll put links down to all the things that I'm mentioning down below as well. So next thing I want to talk about, I actually physically have, and it is the Formula 10.0.6 brand, and it's their Total Takeaway Skin Purifying Bubble Mask. This stuff is amazing. It helps amazing with breakouts. If I happen to have like a little bit of a breakout or something, I just will go and use this, and honestly like the next day it's my acne has diminished a lot. Like it's not as like swollen and sore the next day. Definitely need to get this again, but I really love this. I would definitely try out some of their other things. I know I have one of their other face masks, but it's a brightening peel mask. My next thing that I wanted to mention is my Doc Martens. I've always loved Doc Martens, especially the white one. You can tell I've gotten a lot of wear out of these because they're dirty right there, but I wear these all the time. Honestly, when I first got these I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have gotten the white ones, because now looking at it, I don't know how I feel about wearing them with like a bunch of outfits. But honestly, especially with my wardrobe in particular, like I can honestly wear them with most of my outfits. Probably not all of them, but most of them, they incorporate some type of white or black or anything like that, where it doesn't look terrible wearing those bright white boots. My next thing is something that I've kind of become kind of obsessed with, is Bath and Body Works, like their little wallflower things. I love Bath and Body Works. Like I have their candles, I have their lotions, I have their sprays, I have like all of the stuff. But I never got into the wallflowers because I had candles already, so I like figured I don't need wallflowers. But I decided to get the wallflowers because the room I have my cat's litter box, and it you know, especially right after she just went to the bathroom, it will smell for like a few minutes or so. So I figured to minimize that as much as possible, I wanted to put something in there. And so I figured, like, obviously I can't burn a candle all day long or something like that. So I was like, I'll get a wallflower. And I got a lot of like more like, I guess, Christmassy scents, and so it smells so nice. Like smell of like trees and like what are they called? Like, I can't think of like what cedar, I think it is, cedar wood trees and stuff like that. It's just so good. And they also have like a cinnamon one, and that one smells super good. Yeah, I just really love them, especially when you first put it in. It just like, you get used to the scent after a while, but like it's super strong. So like if you don't like super strong scents, like maybe like go for another like more like neutral scent, or just don't go for the wallflowers, or only put them in like wider open areas or something like that. But it's just like so nice when you walk in a room and it just smells like nice and warm and cozy. Like, I love that. And like, you don't have to worry about it. You just plug it in and it's good for like a couple, well, I'd say a few weeks. Another thing that I've kind of been crazy about are these Velveeta cookies. I've always gotten like the harder ones, but these are the soft baked ones, so they're nice and soft. With the hard ones, I would actually eat them like they were like regular cookies. They are supposed to be kind of like a breakfast kind of thing, but I eat them kind of like as a snack or dessert, honestly. And with the hard ones, I would actually like put a little bit of ice cream in between, because like I think in the hard ones, they're just they put 4 like little slabs in there, and so I would make like little like ice cream sandwiches with them, or like scoop my ice cream with them. But with these, obviously I don't do that, but I do sometimes eat them with ice cream, because it's like cookies and ice cream, you know? I just don't make like little ice cream sandwiches with them. But this is the just basic oats and chocolate one. These are really, really nice like snacks and really delicious. Now for some of my other favorites. I have several TV shows that I've been really into lately. Some of them I like completely binged. But the first one that I will mention is the originals. And I started watching the originals when it kind of first came out, and like they put like the first season on Netflix, because I kind of just stumbled upon it. And at first I was like hesitant, because I'm like, I'm not that into Vampire Diaries. I never was really into Vampire Diaries. So I was like, I don't know. But then I started watching the originals and I got hooked. And so for like the first 2 seasons, like I was super into the originals. And then I kind of like wasn't feeling it as much. Like I just couldn't get into it as much. And then, obviously, they have another spin-off from the Vampire Diaries and the originals called Legacies. And my mom started actually watching it, and I just happened to be around the time that she was watching it, and so I kind of was watching it a little bit. I really am not all that into, like, I haven't really delved into Legacy, but I have watched a few episodes, and the fact that, spoiler alert if you have not watched any of these, basically one of the main characters in Legacies is Hope, which Hope is the daughter of Klaus Michelson, who is like one of the main characters in the originals. But the fact that it's his daughter, and there's like, she's called like the orphan child, so like obviously Klaus and Haley, who is Hope's mom, are not alive anymore. So I need to figure out what happened to Haley and Klaus, so I started rewatching it. So the next show that I've been more so into recently is The 100. I've already been watching The 100 last summer, I think it was, or maybe a little bit before that. I binge watched all of The 100 because when The 100 first came out, I watched it, but then I kind of got off of it, and so recently, you know, within the last year or so, I got back into it. And so I was all caught up, and then the new season aired, and I just was not feeling the whole storyline and situation. And then I was like, okay, we need to see what happens. We need to see how Clark gets out of the situation. I'm secretly hoping Clark and Bellamy will finally get together or something like that too. And I just need to see what would happen. And so I finished that off, and of course they left it off on a crazy note, like usual. Like, now I'm like, okay, I definitely need to see next season because like, what just happened, so that's been something that I've been really into. The last show I will talk about is Love is Blind. I, for a while, had been like hearing like people talk about, oh, there's this new crazy show called Love is Blind, and the way people were describing it, it was like sounding way too much like The Bachelor and Bachelorette, and I absolutely like hate those. Like, I am not into The Bachelor or Bachelorette. Like, I just think they're like so dumb. Sorry if I'm offending any of you guys who like really like it. I know my sister is like crazy about watching The Bachelor and Bachelorette and everything. I'm just not interested in. But then at the same time, I'm like, oh, it kind of also sounds a little bit like Married at First Sight, which I really enjoy watching. And so I was like, eventually I was like, okay, we're gonna give it and start watching it. And after like the first like episode or two, I like, honestly, when I first started watching it, I really wasn't even paying attention to what was going on. But then I kind of actually started getting into it, and honestly, I was just more invested in what was gonna happen to Lauren and Cameron, and then also Jessica. The girl's crazy. She was absolutely crazy. And so I wanted to see like what was the next crazy thing that she was gonna do or say or something like that. So I watched all of that in about like 2 days. Loved it. Kind of to add on to like things that I've been watching is the channel Dylan Is in Trouble. He does a lot of movie commentary and stuff like that, and I just find like some of his jokes are just stupid, but sometimes like he just makes like comments that are actually really funny, and yeah, he just says dumb things and it's kind of funny. So if you like stuff like that, I would recommend. I think I've just naturally been like recently been into watching like movie commentary videos and stuff like that for some reason, but he's been one of my favorites. Dylan Is in Trouble. Check that out. If you guys liked this video, please give this video a thumbs up. You guys can comment down below what you've been enjoying recently, any books or TV shows or anything else that you guys been enjoying recently. Anything. You guys can comment that down below, and you can also subscribe to my channel if you liked the content you've been seeing or if you liked videos like this. But thank you guys again. Bye.